Greetings. This is Paul the Poke from paulthepoke.com. Today's topic, Putin and Netanyahu meet in Moscow. Conflict in Golan and Damascus escalates, and we are May 9, 2018. Scripture reference is out of Ezekiel 38, verse 8. After many days you will be summoned. In the latter days you will come into the land that is restored from the sword, whose inhabitants have been gathered from many nations to the mountains of Israel, which had been a continual waste, but its people were brought out from the nations, and they are living securely, all of them. Also Ezekiel 39, verse 2, and I will turn you about and drive you forward and bring you from the uttermost parts of the north and lead you against the mountains of Israel. It's the focus of both of these. Before we get to the mountains of Israel, first of all, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu made a day trip to Moscow, Russia, to meet with President Vladimir Putin. The two leaders participated in Russia's VE Day military parade in Moscow's Red Square, and this event celebrated Russia's World War II victory over the Nazis. After the meeting, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had a little presser, and the big quote that I found from this, that I found to be the most interesting, was, I presented Israel's obligation and right to defend itself against Iranian aggression from Syrian territory. The Iranians declare their intention to attack us. They are trying to transfer forces and deadly weapons there with the explicit goal of attacking the state of Israel as part of their strategy to destroy the state of Israel. I told President Putin that it is our right and indeed our duty to take any steps required to safeguard our security interests. And that's the closed quote from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu after meeting with Putin and participating with Vladimir Putin and the president of Serbia, Alexander Vučić, also took part in the Immortal Regiment in Moscow. So they all met in Moscow. I think it was the 73rd anniversary of this from victory in World War II. And there's a link provided to Twitter, this tweet that went out from Russia in Israel. It's from the Russian government. And also the quotes are from timesofisrael.com. After Putin meet, Prime Minister indicates Moscow won't curtail Israel strikes in Syria, allegedly. So Netanyahu goes home after sunset, which would be next day in Israel. We got missiles flying all over the Golan Heights. And this is liveviewamap.com, focus on Syria. Just as a brief idea, anything that you see in blue, that would be Israel. Anything in red would be Syria and or rebels. And they got some activity up here in the black, ISIS shelling into downtown Damascus as well. Israeli militaries on high alert. Israeli citizens have been asked to seek shelter in some Golan communities, and that's mostly way up north. Rocket sirens have been activated across northern Israel. So waves of missiles have been fired into Syria, seeking Iranian and Hezbollah targets. Areas hit, we're going to start zooming in and getting a little more specific on this, include suburbs of Damascus. Here's Damascus up here in the upper right of the map, and you can see all the little blue hitting. We're going to drill down on some of these. And then Quneitra, which is this little area. This is a region that borders the Golan Heights to the east in Syria. So Israel's dropping stuff all over the place. We're going to focus, first of all, up here in Damascus. As if we need reminding. Isaiah 17:1. This is downtown Damascus right here in the center. The oracle concerning Damascus, behold, Damascus is about to be removed from being a city, and currently Damascus is a free-for-all. So the Metza military base, which is right here, has been bombed a couple of times, allegedly. We got ISIS dropping mortars and rockets into downtown Damascus. Apparently, where was that one? Oh, yeah, central Damascus impact far larger than regular mortar attack. They're not sure what happened. We got power outages noted throughout the city of Damascus. Now, Assad says he's threatening to join the conflict and attack Israel. And some reports are even saying that he has joined the assault attack toward the Jewish state. Of course, Israel's warning Syria, you need to stay out. You're going to have some troubles. I don't know that they particularly care about it. Now, this was taken at, roughly released about an hour ago, and we're midnight now, I guess, on May 10. Israel's claiming to have bombed 35 sites in Syria overnight. That's all these things are taking place at night. Laser guided weapons, night vision, catch everybody while they're asleep. No damage or Israeli casualties reported in tonight's activity or while they slept. But again, here's the military airport that's been hit. We got all kinds of different Syrian targets, brigades being hit. 4th Division around Damascus was hit by an Israeli missile, firing 20 rockets. Assad's 10th Brigade was hit. I mean, so they targeted 35 different regions. There were some things that did fall from Syria into northern Israel, but there was not. There was a video of a rocket coming in. That Revolutionary Guard from Iran appeared to have fired those. But there was no damage, according to Israeli reports. But you can see there's a lot going on that happened overnight. This took place over about a 4-hour period of time. So, again, this is from Syria.liveviewamap.com is where you can pull this information. So keep your eye on it. This is escalating. We're coming up on one of God's appointed holidays, and here in about 4 days, Trump's going to move the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. So I'm sure things are going to pick up some more. So appreciate you guys listening. One last question. You got Jesus? Something to think about. Appreciate you guys listening. Take care. Have a good evening. Bye.